For your watermelon punch bowl, the first thing you're going to do is just start by washing the watermelon. And you can use soap for this because you obviously aren't going to be eating the outside, and you're just going to make sure it's completely clean because there can be pesticides and germs on the outside. So I would suggest washing it multiple times. And then all you're going to do is dry it. So the next thing you're going to do is just take a clean knife and you're just going to cut the top off your watermelon. And so I cut it about 2 to 3 inches down, and you don't want to cut it too far down because you just want to have a little bit off the top. And so just try to make a nice clean cut. If you don't feel comfortable doing that by yourself, you can have parent supervision, and you just want to make sure that you save the top because you are going to be needing it later. So the next thing you're going to do is essentially just scoop out all of the inside of the watermelon, and you want to make sure that you don't scoop out too many so it makes a hole in the sides or in the bottom, but you're just going to use a spoon and scoop out all the center, and you're going to put the center to the side in a bowl because you're going to be using it, or you can use it to make punch that you can fill in the punch bowl. So once you have completely hollowed out the inside of the watermelon, you're just going to take a strainer, you're going to put it over a pitcher, and you're just going to pour the remaining watermelon juice into the strainer. This is what the inside of your watermelon should look like once it's completely hollowed out. The only other thing you're going to need besides a watermelon is this watermelon keg that you can get for only $15 at your nearest Bed Bath & Beyond. The next thing that you're going to do is just take the first part of the keg and you're just going to turn it in the watermelon so it creates a hole, and basically you're just going to have it go through the outside of the watermelon into the inside. So this is the most important part. Basically all you're going to do is just take the second piece, and there is a little sort of screw on the back, and you're just going to unscrew it, and you're going to put the front part on the outside of the watermelon with the handle on the top, and then you're going to put the screw inside the watermelon to screw it in. That way it'll sort of like have a clasp to the watermelon. So this is what the inside of the watermelon should look like after you put the screw in it, and you're just going to turn it right to keep it latched onto the watermelon. So you don't have to do this, but I would suggest just filling up your watermelon with water just to make sure that everything works properly, because you don't want to have mixed the juice and put it in there just to realize that it doesn't actually work. So I definitely recommend doing this just to be positive. Filling it with water also kind of cleans out the inside, and so you're just going to drain it completely, and just to make sure you get all the water out, you can tilt the watermelon and that will just help it get all of the water out that it has. So then you're just going to take the watermelon that you scooped out of the watermelon, and you're just going to put it into a blender and put it on pulse until it has sort of like a smoothie consistency. So now for the most time-consuming part, you're just going to take the watermelon that you have mixed in the blender, and you're just going to pour it into a strainer, which will go into the pitcher, and basically what you're going to do is just take a spoon and you're going to press it down to get all of the juice into the pitcher. And you're just going to complete this process with all of the watermelon that you scooped out and put in the blender. To make your watermelon stand up and to make it look super cute, we just put it on a little flower pot that really gave it a super cute vibe. So the last step is just to pour your watermelon juice, or really with any kind of juice or drink that you want to put in your watermelon punch bowl. You're just going to pour it in and then enjoy your delicious cold drink. And the great thing about the watermelon is that not only does it taste super good, but it also really keeps it cold, like a cooler, because the outside is kind of like icy. So good. Then just enjoy your icy cold drink.